Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Sims 4 Covenant Legacy Challenge. My name is ronaldthesimmer, and this is episode 38. So, hello, everyone. I before I even begin the episode, I do want to give a great appreciation to Fantasy Esque, um, and any newcomers that have come over and jumped over to this side of the to a Amazon challenge. Um, I do apologize for my earlier episodes. I I didn't have the greatest mic in the world, but of course that has improved with the current episodes that I'm currently posting. Um, I have been out of town. I am back now. Um, it is the summer for me, so I am no longer in school. So I probably will be making a lot more videos. But I am still working, so I'm not going to always. I'm not going to be posting as much as you think I will. But I do have a little bit more free time on my hands now. Um, but I just want to give appreciation to anybody that might be viewing now. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys will enjoy the story that will progress over the generations that will sprout from the first one. So, anyway, guys, we are currently here at Crescent Castle with Lady Audra's family. And as we all know, funerals are very private affairs amongst their culture. So not many people outside of their family, and really anybody outside their family, don't come to the funerals unless it's like an after feast or a party that they're holding, like a celebration of their death. But the actual funeral itself, they do not allow people outside of the family to join those things. Um, it is a very private affair amongst the family to mourn their loved ones. And that is exactly what's going on here. They're currently all in black because, of course, that is a color of funerals in their culture. Um, excuse me. I did just eat some gumbo. But anyway, yes. Marcella is hosting a private funeral for her family. Um, Let me go ahead. And as you guys can see, we have a lady Audra's portrait here. It's hanging up on the wall. Um, and I'll just show you everyone who is here. Oh my god, I forgot to put the stone on the ceiling. I'm gonna fix that later. But I did, guys, give Marcella a makeover. Now that she is the High Lady of Crescent Castle, it is time that she does get her adult look. So you're gonna see. I'm gonna go through like some of her outfits as we progress with the episode. Well, we won't be with her the whole time. But I will go through her outfits while we are here with her. So yeah, we have Marcella. She's holding little Kylus right now. We have Elaine and Douglas right here. And we have Prince Orin and little Poppy here, who lost her mom and dad at a very young age. And then we have Lady Audra's sister, Lady Edgona. Now, we have not seen Lady Edgona in forever. She tends to stay in her own castle, her own estate, now that she's no longer taking care of the children. But she has come to Crescent Castle to basically, you know, view the resting place of her sister. So let's actually get the episode started, I guess. We're going to go ahead and get them all to mourn. So let's mourn Lady Audra. Mourn, 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 and mourn. And then once they're done mourning her, they can then mourn their father, Lord Joff. So we're going to go ahead and get them all to mourn Joff. So let's get that done. And yeah, so I did it like this. So Lady Audra's her resting place is going to be right here. She has a lot more room. She has some candles here, some flowers, and then her husband is resting here. So let me actually turn on headline effects so you all can see what their engrave say. So right here in her engrave, it says Lady Hand to Queen Orlin and High Lady of Crescent Castle. So that's her titles. I'm not going to really put how they died in their descriptions. I'm just going to put who they were during their lifetime. And of course, I have here for Joff, Lord Consort of Crescent Castle, because he was, of course, the husband to Lady Audra Crescent. So, yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get them to all mourn the loss of. Oh no, she got a no, 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 don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I hate when they do this. I truly do. Um, just come over here and mourn your mom. We're just gonna have to leave Carlos there for the time being because I do not want you going all the way upstairs to put him in the crib. Um, but yes, I'm pretty sure Marcella is very devastated by the loss of her mother. She knows she's gone. She is now the head of their household. She is mourning the loss of their mother. He wants to cloud gaze with his sister. He wants to become friends with Prince Orin. She wants to become friends with Prince Orin. Chat with Lady Carissa, okay? And you want to become friends with Lady Clara, and you want to be friendly with your brother Douglas. And she wants to cloud gaze with her mother, which she has currently passed. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So, and while we're also here, I will get them to try for a baby as well, so she can get started on her second born child. But yes, everyone is, going through a hard time right now. I'm not going to say so much Lady Edgona, and we're going to get into Lady Edgona in a little bit. I do feel like she is a little sad about her sister's death. I mean, why wouldn't she be? That is her sister after all. But she's going to talk to her niece in just a little bit about what she's feeling about this current situation. They don't know what to do right now currently because, as you all know, their hands are tied. Their mother has been falsely accused, or at this point, I don't even know if they would even believe that their mother didn't do it anymore. I feel like they probably would have just accepted the fact that their mother probably did murder someone. But I don't even think that Marcella would even fully believe that because, of course, as we know, she just never heard anything of her mother trying to betray the queen in any such a way. But, she has to accept that this is what the reality is. Her mother is a traitor, and she now is a traitorous. She has a traitorous bloodline now. Despite her being married to the prince, but despite her having, oh, he's hungry. Despite her, despite her bearing the queen's grandson, she is still a part of a traitor's bloodline, as sad as it is. And it's really sad, but it's the way the cookie has crumbled. Oh, let me make sure I show you guys how this looks. It's nothing really too big and stuff in here. I just fixed it up a little bit, made it feel like an actual crypt. We have the goddess here in the middle, and of course the children angels protecting her as they are watchful people. And we have the passage ones at the door here. As I've said before, in their religion, the passage ones used to be beautiful men that wanted to go against the children, the children angels, and they thought themselves better. And then the goddess stripped them of their beauty, and they have become skeletal beings who are also another form of protection of their goddess. So they are also people who helped guide the witches in the afterlife or any other beings that may be in this world in their own religious beliefs. So yeah, it's nothing really too big. Eventually this is going to be a full room. We might have to expand it, but yes, this is Lady Audra's portrait here. I did take this like very much earlier in the reign of Queen Orlin, or maybe I think halfway during her reign. I did want to remember Audra, so she has this portrait here, and Joff is here as well as her. Now, once they get done mourning, we will take them upstairs, and they probably did host a grand feast for everyone to come. But no, you know what? I'm not gonna say they did. I feel like Marcella would have already known no one would have showed up, so she probably didn't host a feast in honor of her mother and father. She just already knew. But there is some visitors here. Well, one in particular. She's gonna go ahead and breastfeed her son. And once they get done mourning their father here, will take Lady Marcella upstairs, and she is going to get met up with Princess Deianira. So, well, actually, before we do that, I'm gonna have the family come upstairs. I'm gonna have Orin come over here to come hug his sister. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and hug lovingly Deianira. we're gonna have Marcella down here because Lady Edgona has to talk to her niece really quickly. Now, as you notice, Luna is not here, which is Lady Marcella's first cousin, um, and daughter to Lady Edgona, and her husband is not here. Lady Edgona actually told them to stay behind, and I'm going to get into why. So hopefully, when she gets done breastfeeding her son, she can come over here and talk to her niece. So we're gonna actually get her to come sit, and she's gonna call her niece over. She's gonna ask her for a word really quickly. Are you done breastfeeding, little Kylis? Come on. Come on, come on. Oh, she can't go up the stairs. I'm gonna just teleport her up there. It'll be a lot easier for me because I do not have the energy to I don't have the energy to get somebody to pick her up. Well, let's have Orin do it. Because Orin's still down here. Let's get him to pick her up and then bring her upstairs. Come on, you got it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, put Poppy down here. I'm gonna get Dianira to stop the piano, and then I'm gonna get him to hug his sister lovingly. So, yes, I am so sorry if you guys can hear yelling in the background. I'm back home, and I am the eldest brother of many children, so I do apologize about that. Kylis. Okay, yes. So Edgona is going to basically, give her condolences to Marcella. Why does it seem like she does not know her own niece? This is so weird. I definitely had them interact in the past off screen, so I don't understand why. Okay, don't worry about it. So she's gonna go ahead and greet her niece here, and she's going to offer her condolences about, her sister passing. What's this? Hey, I think Juniper Jones is pretty cute. Should I ask him out? I think you should, because she did want to get in a relationship. I'm not opposed to it. I'm just gonna have to see who that sim is. He could be like a peasant male, a human. So I'm gonna have to see into that. But yeah, she's gonna go ahead and greet her niece. She likes pessimistic sims. I guess you do. And she's going to go ahead and just talk to her a little bit, and she's going to explain to her that, she told her daughter and her husband to stay behind, because at Starhawk Castle, that's, she's the high lady of Starhawk Castle. So she told them to stay behind, and she's going to tell her that she loves her, but she has to distance herself away from this side of the family. And she's going to distance herself even more by basically changing her last name. So she's essentially telling her her niece here that, she is no longer going to be a part of the Crescent household. Our ranks have fallen. Lady Giselle has made a fool of our family, and now that your mother is dead, I need to make sure that my daughter and my husband, and as well as me, survive. And in order to do that, we have to separate ourselves as much as possible from you all. We love you. Look at her face. She looks so devastated hearing this news. We love you, but we must distance ourselves away from you. Look at Kyle. He's like, oh my God, are you guys serious? But yeah, she's like, we love you, but we must distance ourselves away from you. We're going to change our last name. We're going to get permission from the queen to do so. And we're probably going to take the namesake of our castle. So she is going to go ahead and tell her niece that. And I feel like Marcella would probably be very angry with her aunt Edgona. And she probably would yell at her because she feels like she's betraying her. Like, how could you do this to us? So she's going to go ahead and yell at her just a little bit. And then I'm going to move her out, and she's going to leave. She's going to leave, and she's going to ask her aunt to leave this place. As she is a traitor to the Crescent family, and that my mother would be very disappointed in you. So we're going to go ahead and move her out. So maintain and, not kill her. Jesus, let's move her out. Let's move her out. You got to be careful with MC Command Center. We're going to move her. Why does Edmund have this on? We're going to move her in with Edmund. It's probably because it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. I did exit out of that holiday. I need to I hate how they always bring back the holidays that you do not want in the game. Like that is so annoying. But yes, Lady Edgona is going to go back to Starhawk Castle with her daughter and husband. Or at least I think actually Luna might actually be at Odina Castle because she's a lady in waiting to somebody. But yes, she's going to tell her aunt to leave her presence as she is a traitor to their family. So that has happened. Let's actually put Kylis down. What is wrong with him? Oh, he's getting tired. She's gonna go ahead and put him inside the crib, I guess, which is fine. And I'm going to show you all her outfits because I think you all have not seen them, and I did give her a good makeover. As you guys can see, her hair is what is she trying to do? She's trying to check up on her son now. Okay, let's get you out of here. Actually, I'm gonna get her to come up in here so you guys can get a good look at her. But as you guys can see, her hair is no longer in a tight braid with a long ponytail in the back, or just a tight braid in general, like a crown braid. She used to always put her hair in a crown braid. But in honor of her mother, as you all know, her mother used to, later in her life, I don't really remember how her first hairstyle looked, but I do know later in her life this is how it looked. She used to let her hair run free and wild. And Marcella is, letting her hair run free and wild in honor of her mother. Like she's very much grieving her mother. She hates that she has lost her mother. Oh, she's such a good mom. But she hates that she has lost her mother, and she's letting her hair run free now in honor of her mother. So I'm going to get her to stand here for a second, and I'm going to reset her. um I didn't really give anyone else a makeover because they really didn't need any, because Douglas and Elaine are still teenagers, and um Oren already had his like adult look, and that's his adult look, and I'm not changing it. I made sure that that's how he was gonna look throughout his whole marriage with Marcella. So he has his purple colors and everything. So of course this is her funeral outfit, but we're gonna go over to her everyday and hot weather outfit. And this is what she wears in her hot weather and everyday outfit. It's a little different, but I think it's cute. She still goes with a little, she has like different purples, a little pink in there and some gold. This is a rich family, so they probably would not play about their fanciness, even though they have become traders. They still have their money, and the queen has not fully outcasted them. This is her son's wife, so she still loves the Crescents, but she's distancing herself self away from them. So this is her hot weather and everyday outfit. Um, this is her formal wear. So this is what she wears in her formal outfit. So I think this is really, really cute. Now in the next generation, this is what the high ladies will start to wear in their formal outfit. So next generation, you're gonna see a lot of this dress in a lot of different colors in the formal outfit. So this is the formal outfit for the next generation of the high ladies. Um and this is like, that's of course her party wear. And let me try to see if there's anything else that I have like currently changed in her outfits. No, but this is her winter wear. I made it very, very simple. I didn't really. I felt like the formal wear the winter wear that they had before was like a little too much, so I decided to just go with something really, really simple. And I like this. I like the way this has turned out. But yes, guys, as you can see, Marcella is now. She looks like a woman now. Before she looked like a growing woman, but now she looks like a woman. I feel like the death of her mother and father have definitely hardened her as a person. So yes, I just wanted to clarify that before we continued on. But I'm going to get her. Well, let me get her back in her. Actually, I'm going to get her actually back in her funeral outfit because, they are still mourning the loss of Lady Audra. Now, one thing that Marcella's going to do, she's going to thank Diane for coming over. What? How you do not know? Like, this is crazy to me. I don't know what is going on. I'm gonna actually have her introduce herself to her because um she is a royal. I don't understand this. Like they do know each other. This is so crazy to me. But let's go ahead and get her to greet herself to Marcella. And it probably does hurt her just a little bit that her own good friend, which is Princess Elodie, did not even come to check up on her. That probably has devastated her. Like the princess, the crown princess, has not come to check up on her, but her sister did. And they're not even close friends. Dianira and Marcella are not close friends. They are acquaintances. Um Go ahead and greet her. Come on, come on. I did add her to the household for a little bit. We're gonna move her back out because we do have story to tell after we do leave the Crescent family. It's gonna probably be like a little bit of a long episode, so buckle in. But yes, Dianira is going to offer her condolences from what happened, and she's probably well, she is of course very sad, and she's telling her she's telling Marcella this, that she did not want this for Lady Audra, but she's also come over to talk about what she heard and what was told to her by Lady by Lady Audra. Did she not greet her yet? Greet. And I'm pretty sure she would also tell her that Lady Clara would send her regards, offer her condolences as well. Lady Clara cannot attend, of course, because she needs to make sure she's keeping up appearances, considering that she is not. Okay, let me add her to the group now. Considering that Lady Clara, she's basically, she has to try to distance herself. She has to keep up appearances, distance herself away from the Crescents. It's not that she doesn't, it's not like she wants to. Same situation with Lady same situation with Lady Edagona, but the difference is I feel like Clara is actually trying to make an effort to make things right. But she would send her, she's gonna basically tell her that she's sending, Clara has sent her regards over to the Crescent family, and hope that they are doing all right. So Dianira is going to tell her brother and sister-in-law to please come somewhere private so they can talk and discuss what their mother told her before her death, and what she is afraid of in the future. And she's going to basically tell her that console about death. I guess you can do that. She's going to basically tell her that before her mother died, Lady Audra actually told her that the queen's being, basically her memories have been swapped, they have been altered. She was being mind controlled for a while, and it's all by the hand of Lady Giselle. And Dianira does not know what to do in this situation. And I feel like Marcella, hearing this, she would feel so relieved, and like, I knew my mother would never do something like this, because how could she? And she would basically, I'm gonna actually take a picture of this, guys, because this is memories. I need to make sure that we're taking pictures of this. But yeah, she's going to tell Marcella, like, your mother would never do something like this, and I know she wouldn't have. And explain to her that this is all Giselle's doing, and that her mother is, her mother doesn't know what she's talking about. She's seeing things that, she's believing things that aren't real, fabricated stories and stuff like that. But she's going to basically tell them, like, we need to make sure that we have to do something to make sure that Giselle will not succeed in the end. We cannot allow for, essentially, Giselle to gain too much power. My sister is there, so hopefully she won't become Lady Hand. Maybe Elodie will become a Lady Hand, and though she is on the side of Lady Giselle, because why wouldn't she be? My sister does have a level head, and hopefully she won't let anything bad happen to your family, or won't let more corruption happen within the kingdom. So basically, Marcella is going to, thank her sister-in-law for this information, you know, she's really appreciating this. She's gonna go ahead and hug Princess Deianira. And with this being said, guys, Deianira is going to start making her, oh my god, guys. Deianira doesn't know what to do, guys. She does not know what to do. This is so sad for her. You know, she has lost her aunt. You know, she was close with Lady Audra. Very, oh my god. She was very close to Lady Audra. She doesn't know what to do in a situation, but she's coming to her sister-in-law and coming to her brother about what is going on. But we're not gonna waste any time here. We're gonna go ahead and move Deianira out now, and she's gonna make her way back to Odina Castle. And let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and move back to Odina Castle. And yeah, now before we do leave here, guys, we're going to make sure that Lady Marcella does get pregnant. So I'm going to allow them to continue talking, finish off with whatever is going on. And I'm actually going to cut to where the two of them do end up, you know, she's actually in a better mood right now. So let me actually go ahead and get her to use the restroom. Then I'm gonna have them continue to sleep in their room for right now. But eventually I will, when I do decorate this castle again, I will make it to where they are back upstairs, like the main lady and lord of the household. So actually I'm going to cut right here, guys, and I will be back when Lady Marcella and Prince Orin actually get in the mood to want to try for a baby. So I'll see you all there. Okay, guys, so we are back, and they are finally able to try for a baby. They were having a rough time because, I'm guessing because, of course, it is because her mother just passed. But as you all know, you know, sometimes when you're mourning, you do tend to trauma bond. So, you know, they're going to continue trying for their next child. I am going to get her to take a pregnancy test immediately because I do want to know if she's pregnant. Isabel Tarth is calling a chat. You want to answer? I'm not even in our household. Okay, let's go ahead and get you to take a pregnancy test, my love. You know, I mean, at least she got a little bit of happiness in this moment with her husband. They were actually going through a little bit of a rough time, I'm guessing because they didn't have a high enough relationship. Oh, and she's pregnant. So it looks like eventually we'll be coming back over to the Crescent household to watch her give birth for a second time. But yeah, they were going through a little bit of a rough patch. But, you know, I guess the death of their mother kind of brought them together. The death of her mother brought them together a little bit. But yes, guys, she's pregnant. So that means I will now see you all at Crescent Castle. Well, no, Odina Castle. So I'll see you all there. Okay, guys, so we're back, and we are currently here with Queen Orlin, as we are now in the council chambers. So I'm gonna say it has been like maybe like a few days have passed since you know, Princess Deianira has left Crescent Castle, because, you know, I want to be realistic about this. I mean, it is technically the same day, but she's not going to be traveling to Crescent Castle to Odina Castle in just the same day. So I'm going to, you know, I'm gonna say some time has passed story wise, but it technically still is the same day. Yes, Orlin has called a mandatory council meeting because she wishes to speak on multiple things. So for one, the queen has decided to name her daughter the Lady Hand in of course Audra's place. Now I feel like this may, of course, upset Giselle, but she's going to keep a poker face. As you can see, she is currently smiling. But also, who is she looking at? Let's see, she's looking at the princess. Or, let me see, let me make sure. No, she's looking at Lady Clara. But yeah, she is, you know, she's not going to be upset with Elodie, of course, because this is the princess. This is like the princess that she is most closest with. Oh, she barely has a relationship with Deianira. And she does not want to get in Elodie's bad graces, of course. And she cares for the princess. I don't think that she wants to go against her. So she's going to keep a poker face. She's, of course, going to maintain her position as the Lady Knight. And the queen, has also decided to announce to the council that Thomas Crescent is no longer going to be a part of Elodie's harem. He instead, the queen has decided that he will stay at Odina Castle permanently until he is either found matched with another person in a concubinage, or if he is, of course, remarried. So he's gonna stay here. The table has basically, the council table has heard what Elodie has said, the queen has said, and Elodie has decided to set aside Thomas as a concubine because of his traitor's blood. She does not want to mother a child by Thomas. Then the queen would also suggest that maybe she's gonna, I guess, let's just go ahead and get them to all start talking. She's gonna go ahead and let's talk about the hot temperature, I guess. Let's give parenting tips. Let's enthuse by magic. Let's confess attraction. I wonder if the queen has an attraction to her. She probably does. I remember at one point, I don't know if this was like another game I played, maybe the queen, I feel like at some point maybe the queen did get was attracted to one of the ladies. I don't remember. And it could have been Lady Clara or Lady Audra, actually. I don't really remember. But yeah, I'm gonna get the queen to go ahead and talk to all of her ladies here. I'm gonna get her to strict. What's going on over here? What's going on over here? Oh, and guys, yes, Princess Moira has aged up to a toddler. I guess before we do get into the story downstairs, I'm so sorry. Let me go ahead and show you how she looks. So this is what I was talking about last episode. She does have those witch eyes, but they are very similar to her father's eyes. So yes, they're just mutated. They're mutated witch eyes to look like her father's. But she's getting old, guys. She's getting older. She's so cute. She's so cute. I love Princess Moira. I'm excited to see how she grows. She does have vampire teeth, because I'm pretty sure, guys, she's a hybrid. Because when I edited her inside of Cass, they didn't show that she was a witch nor a vampire. So I'm pretty sure she's a hybrid, which is going to be very interesting in the future. A hybrid queen. That's going to be interesting. She's going to be immortal. I'm just excited for it. Like, it's going to be an exciting story to tell with this one. But yeah, this is Princess Moira. We're going to, getting to her a little bit later. But yes, we're going to come back down here. Why are you sitting in the queen's seat? No. Get up. Get up. Come on. But yes, they're going to discuss what's going on. And the queen would also just announce that, now that Thomas has been set aside as a concubine and my daughter Artemis has passed away, it is time that we do discuss the next Princess of Sunstone's position. And she would basically just, not formally, but affirm Deianira's position. Prom? Skip prom? Is she in school? No, she's not. So why are they giving her prom? I made sure I made it to where they can quit school. That's just a glitch that the game does, I guess. But anyway, what's going on with you, Giselle? Do not do that. You can share conspiracy theories with her. Yeah, it is off. So yes, the queen is basically going to, after these two announcements that have been made with the princesses, with Princess Elodie and, the fact that they're setting aside Thomas and he's going to stay here until he's, of course, married off or in another bondage with another princess. The queen has basically stated that Deianira is now affirmed as the Princess of Sunstone, but she is going to keep her daughter here for the time being. She wants to make sure that while Elodie is pregnant, Elodie basically is going to stay at court now that she's a lady hand. So we might go back to Moonstone Castle, but for the time being, we're going to be with Princess Elodie because she's now, of course, a lady hand. Um, but the queen definitely wants her children to stay home at the castle, at the capital, for the time being. While Elodie is pregnant, she's going to be having her second born child very, very soon. But Princess Deianira, actually, guys, she's going to be reaffirmed as a princess of Sunstone. The queen is announcing that, but also, um, the queen is going to announce today that the princess needs to basically start trying to have her own child. So Deianira, Artemis never got the chance to have a kid, and I regret that so much because I should have. As soon as she aged up into a young adult, I should have started getting her concubines ready for her. She was at the same time as a teenager as Princess Elodie, but I was so focused on Elodie ascending and making sure that she was right to become queen that I kind of pushed my beautiful Artemis to the side a little bit, which I totally regret. Um, but the queen, now seeing that her daughter Artemis is, gone, and she does not want the same thing to happen to Deianira, she is announcing today that she needs to have a concubine. Now, she won't have as many concubines as Princess Elodie because the male stock is very low. So, she's going to only have one concubine, and if she so chooses to, she can marry him if she wants to, but she's not going to be in the marriage with him. She's just going to have a concubine because she is a princess. Um, but the queen is throwing around ideas of concubines, and she would, of course, say Thomas, and I feel like Giselle would immediately shut that down. She would be like, "No, my queen, the traitor marrying, or not marrying, but breeding back within the royal family. We should not allow that. We already have enough of Princess Marcella. I mean, not Princess Marcella, Lady Marcella and Prince Oren. We should not have it. We shouldn't do this again with Thomas and Deianira." And I feel like she would put forth her own son, Luca. Now, Luca, guys, he is very much a young adult. He has been for a while. Where is he? He is handsome, in my opinion. This is him. He is currently at Sunneth Castle. But Giselle would thoroughly put her son forward as a candidate for the Princess Deianira, and I'm gonna make sure the queen is sitting back down. Then I'm gonna get Clara to sit too. But I do believe that Deianira would immediately shut that down herself, and she would tell it straight to Giselle, and we all know why. She does not like the Sonnets. Well, she does not like Giselle more so. But let's see, argue about house rules. Politics. Let's argue about politics. She is going to argue with Lady Giselle, and she's going to be like, "I am not betting your son. You can you can kiss my buttocks with that one." She wouldn't say that. I'm just trying to be funny, but she would basically essentially say that she's not going to bet Luca. He's not going to be her concubine. She rejects that option, and she would even tell her mother Thomas would be a great option. Actually, Thomas should be my concubine. He's already in the castle. He's already here. I can bed him tonight if I so choose to. He's in the harem. Let's just get this over with. I can start having my first child and everything under the moon that comes with that. And when the time is right, she will move over to Sunstone Castle with Thomas and their child. But I think this will probably put a fury down Giselle, because she already has lucked out with Elodie, because Elodie, when the time when we were picking out her concubines and stuff like that, she did have the option to choose who she wanted to be a part of her harem, and she did not end up picking Luca, which very much upset Giselle. But she got more upset with her son than she did with the princess. And this is happening for a second time where another princess is turning down her son. She is basically now one of the most, essentially the most powerful lady in the realm, and another princess is turning down her son. And this is very much probably making her very angry, considering the fact that is Dynira herself being rude to her about it. Like, I'm not betting your son. And then I think Giselle would probably even come to the queen and be like, Queen, Your Majesty, you have to hear me out. And the queen, she appreciates Giselle for helping her find the culprit of the murderer who assassinated her daughter. But the queen did give a lot of her children free reign. She's not that, she is a little bit strict with her kids, and she was more so very strict with Elodie, I would say. But she's not going to force Deianira to take a concubine that she does not want. She allowed for Elodie to choose her concubines, and she's going to allow for Deianira to do the same. And if she's fussing back at her, and if Deianira does not want to take Luca as a concubine, considering the fact that he is miles away right now, and she just does not want to bed him, then that is her prerogative. And Deianira, she says that Thomas is already here. It'll be easier for her, and she prefers Thomas over Luca. So, yes, guys, that's happening. And I feel like maybe Giselle would storm out. I'm gonna say, she's already probably talked to the queen about this, but she would definitely storm out her room, and she is going to come sit here and, I guess, ponder in her thoughts, because what more can she do? Now, guys, something else that I do want to discuss. Now, now that the council meeting has been adjourned, I'm going to go ahead and turn back on autonomy. The queen is going to tell her daughter that she's going to make the preparations tonight for them to bed, her and Thomas. And I'm just gonna let them do their own thing now. But let's go ahead and get Giselle to get up, because she's taking her sweet time to get up, because she's arguing with Deianira. Okay. And also another thing, guys, something that I noticed on this lot, it is pretty laggy considering it is so big, and I guess it's because it's also a rental lot, so it tends to be very laggy compared to my other lots. She's going to pee like a champion, but I guess this argument has very much made her. Yeah, there's a rift with her and Giselle right now, and it's mostly because Deianira knows who Giselle is, and she has to keep silent about it. She has to keep quiet about it. It is so sad, but what more can she do? Now, something that we're going to talk about while Giselle is hitting here, pondering in her thoughts. The males are getting older, guys, and the ladies are very much getting older, because a lot of the girls that were born, most of the girls were born before the males were. And I do have a spreadsheet on who will marry who, so I already have it in my idea who's going to marry who. It has been planned for months now. I just have not executed it in the game. But Giselle, with this news, knowing that her son is not going to get selected once again to basically become a concubine to a princess, which is almost like the highest honor. Almost, you would think that it wouldn't be the best thing in the world considering you're not married to the queen, but it's almost better than being a lord consort. And the fact that her son did not get to become the consort to the princess Deianira or even the princess Elodie, and I don't even think she wants to try with Celestia, because her and Celestia don't even have a good relation. Like, they have they have green there, but they are not, they don't have a relationship at all. She didn't make an effort to get there with her. And she's already satisfied with the fact that her daughter will eventually marry Amir. Now, that's something that is still happening, guys, and more so now considering the fact that she is the savior of Sirius. It's probably what the nickname they would give her, the savior of Sirius, the one who found the culprit of the princess's murder. I think that she's going to look for better options for Luca now. Now that she cannot get her son to become a concubine, she's going to start looking to marry him off instead. He can't be a concubine, so she's going to marry him off. And the next most powerful person in the realm, guys, and if you guessed, it is of course the mother seer. The mother seer does have a daughter, guys. We don't see her often because she doesn't come out the apartments in the castle very often. Um, but her name is Nadine Bennett. She is the heiress and the future mother seer of the queendom. You know, this has been in the back of her mind for a while now, just in case if something didn't work out with Deianira too. But next episode, we're gonna get into more details with Nadine, and I'm pretty sure now that, you know, of course, she is technically the savior of the country right now. The mother seer would definitely be looking to marry her son off, well, her daughter off to Luca. So we're gonna get into that next episode. But before I do go ahead and get prepared to essentially go over to the harem that's in the castle. We do have Princess Moira here. She's been in her grandmother's room with her father. I mean, you guys already seen how she looked, so I don't really have to give you a deep dive detail on her. But she's growing up to be a very pretty girl. I'm excited to see how she does grow. This is her formal wear. I'm not gonna let her get up. I'm gonna let her do what she wants. But this is how she looks in her formal wear. And I think she only really has 2 outfits because I don't really edit the children that much. Yeah, and she has really her sleep in her swimwear. So that's basically it. So this is our princess, guys. The potential hybrid, I do not know for sure, but it does give that she is a hybrid, which is very, very interesting. A hybrid queen would be very interesting indeed. But wait, actually, before I do that, I mean, everybody kind of knows that the princess is pregnant. Maybe that's why he's like a little frustrated right now. Look, he looks frustrated. He's been in here with his daughter. It's because he's a strict father. He probably wants what's best for his daughter. You know, he is the father to the future queen after all. But I was going to talk more about what's going on with Victor and Princess Elodie's relationship, considering that she is carrying another man's child and it is not Victor who is the father. I was going to give more details about what's going on in this relationship, but I guess I can say that for next episode because I do not want this episode to run on too long. I know my episodes tend to be a little longer, but I'm trying not to be here all day. So actually, guys, I am going to see you all. I'm going to cut here and I'm going to see you all at the harem with Princess Deianira, because she is going to, of course, try for a baby tonight with Thomas Cresent. So I'll see you all there. Okay, guys, so we are currently at the harem here, and the queen is speaking to Lady Carissa, who is, guys, an elder. So she is getting old, as well as her concubine Matthias. He's currently here. I don't know if you could tell, but he has gotten a little old from the last time we did see him. What's wrong with him? Is he terrified of something? Like, he's going all the way downstairs. Jesus help me. You know what? I'm not even gonna have her talk to him. I'm just gonna leave him alone. I was gonna have her embrace him a little bit, but you know, he wants to go by his lonesome, so I'm gonna let him do that. But Lady Carissa is coming over here to talk. Well, the queen has come over here to talk to Lady Carissa and tell her that, of course, tonight Deianira will bid to Thomas, and he's going to officially legally become her own concubine. Thomas probably was fearing for his life, not knowing what was going on, because, you know, as his, you know, fellow concubine males left this harem and they went back to Moonstone Castle, he stayed here, and it was by the queen's orders, and he didn't know what was going on. He probably thought he was going to be executed. He didn't know what was going on. He was treated normally, of course, but yes, he probably was very much in fear for his life after what his mother has done. He's heard the news. He knows what's going on, and yeah. But he is probably very much surprised now to know that he is going to be he's going to end up becoming the concubine to Princess Deianira. And you know what's also crazy about this, guys? Thomas had a crush, or has a crush, on Princess Deianira, and they have flirted with each other once. And when I check here, guys, I think she doesn't have an attraction to him. Wait, I think her attraction to him is neutral. Yeah, is neutral. But for him, I'm pretty sure. Dang, I can't even look. For him, I knew that he was very much attracted to Deianira. So this is very much interesting. We're gonna go ahead and send the queen home after this. Well, she's technically already home, but she's gonna go back to her side of the castle, her wing. I'm going to put Thomas inside of this group. I'm going to remove her mother. I'm going to remove from the group, and I'm going to have them come upstairs and sit together and get ready to romance each other. They're already technically friends too, which is interesting. Hunting. Oh no, lingering ghost is hunting the unit. Try to yeah, I don't do this. I'm sorry. I do not like the rental events. I wish there was a way to disable them. Like, they're so annoying to me. Where's Thomas? Why are you coming up this late, Thomas? Thomas, sit. Just to make sure that she doesn't move. She also wanted to chat with Matthew, so this is kind of crazy that he just ran off like that. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get Thomas to we're gonna get the princess to flirt with him. Flirt with Thomas. Let's also get you to compliment his appearance. What's going on? What did he do? He must have said a joke to her. Oh God. Hearings. When a sim has so many friends, it can be hard to. Oh my God. I will be back, guys. The Sims literally works on my nerves. I will cut and then I will come back when they have gotten in a better mood, because this is irritating me right now. So I'll be right back. Okay, I think we finally are getting to a place to where they are getting ready to finally start trying for a baby. Let's see. Physical intimacy. Let's go ahead and first kiss him and then embrace him. Come on, please don't be butt heads about this, please. Oh my God, is there not enough room up here? This is about to really irk me. Just come down here. Carissa, why are you sleeping on the sofa instead of in your bed? Oh, I don't know if you guys ever seen her, but this is Lady Carissa's daughter. Maybe the next maybe she's going to be the next lady of the harem, who knows. She is a noblewoman of the queendom, so she's a Dawell. But she is a human. She's not one of the witches. She's a noble lady. But this is Kate Dawell, which is Lady Carissa's daughter. She's really pretty in my opinion. I did give her a little bit of a makeover. But we're gonna get them two to come down here so they can perform their romantic duties. Let's go ahead and first kiss him and then hold his hands. Or no, more so embrace him actually. Let's go ahead and first kiss him and then embrace him. Okay, good. You got that done. Hungry, tired. So she's going to go ahead and embrace him now. If she wants to be romantic, sure. And then after you guys do that, you should be able to try for a baby now, right? Yes, go ahead and try for a baby with Thomas. Attraction changed with, Victor is just attracted to everybody. It's low-key annoying. Who has he? Victor has learned more about Deianira, is now very attracted to her. He's almost attracted to everybody in this household. Oh my God. Don't leave him around anybody. He's going to fall in love with them immediately. But let's go ahead and get these two to try for a baby. He's not Princess Elodie's concubine anymore, but at least he is Princess Deianira's. So after they get done doing that, I'm going to get her to take a pregnancy test and then take a bath in here, because she is pretty stanky. Now, if she does not succeed in getting pregnant, we're going to have to wait 24 hours for her to try again. But we are trying to get the second generation started. Princess Elodie was one who started it off, gave us a kicker, and the other ladies need to start getting on the road as well. So let's go ahead and get her to come down here and take a pregnancy test. Come on, Princess Dianera. Let us know if you're going to be with child or not. People, missing them. She misses her sister and aunt very much. Poor Dianera. Let's go ahead and get you to take a pregnancy test. Is he going in the same direction as her? No, I think he's just waiting on her to let him know the news, actually. So let's see, oh my God. No. Guys. Why does that always happen with the queen's children? Like, they always are not pregnant on their first try. That is so annoying. Oh my God. I was so ready for Dianera to be pregnant. We're gonna have to wait till 3 a.m. in the morning tomorrow then. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the episode off here. My name is Ronald the Simmer, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.